Ed Causey on the right is the Sampson County manager. Shawn Purvis is the Clinton City manager. Gentlemen, thanks for your time. I know you're busy. Ed, what's it like in the county? Clinton looking pretty good, but Salemburg, Roseboro, Garland.
We still have major issues now. Granted, after the storm, there's a lot of effort being made in getting power back and replacing the water infrastructure. But we still have major challenges with people that do not have utilities, or maybe have gotten utilities back, but have lost foodstuffs. So we still have a lot of people that are desperate for food and rations and all of the things that make life just passable on a day-to-day basis.
From the city perspective, Clinton got hit by Matthew. Where are you standing as midweek ends? We head toward the weekend.
Still recovering. We've been fortunate. I think Mr. Causey mentioned lots of the power crews are out doing a great job. So we've gotten a lot of our power back, but we still have some debris to pick up and some facilities we're trying to get back online, and we're trying to attend to all the people coming in from around the county, trying to make sure they meet their needs. So there's a lot still to happen.
What role do you see the city playing, since it seems to be holding up, as you say? You got a mess to clean up, but where do you see the days and weeks ahead?
You know, we're still waiting for certain rivers to crest, and you know, we still have concerns with that in the southern part of the county. We know that there's people coming here just to find shelter, to find food, and we've got to be ready for that through whatever facilities we can provide and whatever our forces can do. So we got to make sure roads are clear with our public works. Fire and police got to be ready to go. So we're making sure we're there for the rest of the county at this point.
Will you push city officials out into the county to help? Is that legal to do? Is that something you can do or will do? Or
to an extent, I mean, we have mutual aid agreements if we need to. So if it's crews to help with supplies or law enforcement or fire, I mean, some of that's normal. We do anyway, but we're in communication all the time between the city and the county and the Emergency Operations Center to make sure we're as helpful as we possibly can be.
Mr. Causey, where did the county get caught off guard? Storm was going to run through. Was it going to be that bad? Skirt the coast and go out to sea?
I wouldn't say that we got caught off guard, but I will say there was a little bit of a lull, because at one time we thought the storm was about Wednesday of last week was taking a more easterly direction as it come up, and as the days went by, we were recognizing we were going to get more remnants of the rain. And even then, we were not expecting to get the majority of the rain in the north, as it turned out to be, as opposed to the south. But I don't think we were underprepared, as opposed to maybe not expecting exactly what came.
Which is worse, the wind, the water? What is the anticipation like when you just don't really know and you can't do a thing about it?
From the standpoint of individuals, people recognize the impacts of wind much quicker, and sometimes when they see the wind coming, will come to the shelters more quickly. A lot of times the water kind of sneaks up on you and you're not as aware. For example, I think this time we have set a record in water rescues, and I think there have been upwards of 200 water rescues since sometime Saturday.
Is that because people were complacent or didn't take Matthew as seriously, or was Matthew so bad it just placed that many more people in harm's way?
I think to a large extent, I won't say that some people may have made a mistake in getting out, but I think largely what happens is the remnants of that water just came in so quickly, and people were trying to move from one area, or somebody had gotten off of work late and they were trying to get home, and maybe they were being expedient and just got sort of caught. And I think there were some areas where the water just came in very quickly.
For these repairs that are coming up, you got to have street repairs and maybe sewer lines that are broke. You said you're waiting on the sewer plant's holding up, hanging in there.
It's hanging in there. We're trying to get it back fully online, but we're working on it.
Local repair, or do you wait for the state or FEMA or someone to give you the grant to repair the streets?
It's a combination. There's a certain safety things you have to address. We have to get our wastewater plant back online. Now, we do some things with FEMA ahead of time to make sure that we have to be able to respond. There's certain safety things and health issues you've got to address, so we'll do those. Some of the long-term debris hauling out, we'll get it off the street, but we have staging sites. We have to wait for FEMA on some of that, but the immediate impact of safety and health, we address that right now.
Bureaucracy shouldn't stop much.
No, and I don't think they intend it to be, but we've got to get out there and do our part to make sure people are safe.
Mr. Causey, Sampson County left off the list right now for disaster declaration or relief, or whatever it is that gets triggered by the governor. Expectation is that will happen this week, but how does it affect you today as we sit here?
The county is going to proceed as if everything is coming through. We've got work to do, and our citizens need to be protected, and we're going to do what needs to be done. I will tell you, for example, in our water system, we've got probably 500 miles of lines. We had 14 major breaks. We had a total system shutdown Saturday night. By Sunday night, we were down to 150 customers. And I think by Monday morning we had crews in place where hopefully today we've got no more than 50 customers without water.
Is it when you look at the state or federal officials to come in on a declaration, you need some help, is it that you're getting reimbursed for your time, that you have crews working and you're assuming they're going to pay you back for the time you lost, or how does that work?
The federal government usually is a very good partner. The thing you want to do is make sure that you're documenting your efforts in case the declarations come through, to make sure that if there's an opportunity to get reimbursed, we can gain those. The challenge we've got is many of the breaks that we've got occurred where there was a failure in the DOT right-of-way or the roadways, and quite frankly, it's going to take them some time to get their repairs. We cannot wait in order to serve our customers water, so we're coming up with temporary fixes and doing borings underneath in order to try to go ahead and make the repairs as quickly as we can.
Quickly as we can means weeks, months, a year?
We think the majority of these repairs will be done within a week, certainly within 10 days to 2 weeks.
And then major breaks, be patient. Some of these, I mean, I've seen sinkholes that look terrible.
Well, I will tell you, the thing that is concerning us, we're not out of the woods yet. There's enough water on the ground, and the roadways are enough wet that with all the work that we're doing, we're expecting some additional breaks and opportunities and challenges to have to repair, and we just request that the public and everybody give us their best forbearance, and we will work through these issues.
Ed Causey, Sampson County Manager. Mr. Purvis, thank you. From the City of Clinton's perspective, it was very important to be on. You guys, I know you're working hard. I've seen you in the papers, and I know your time's limited. Thanks for joining us here.